Hey guys,
Hello, everyone.
and welcome back to the Nerdy Archives.
Yes, welcome. It's week 2 of autumn birthday month.
Yeah, it's week 2.
Week 2. She's probably scared shitless because yesterday I I put a deposit down for our tattoos and there's no turning back.
Yeah, there's no turning back now.
Are you excited? Are you nervous?
I'm I'm fine as long as I'm not thinking about it.
Don't worry, I got you
I,
numbing cream.
I know, and it's such a conundrum because I don't shame people who use it. That's not my thing. It's just like part of me is like, am I gonna need it? Do I need to like maybe just like go for it? Like the worst I do is I pass out
You don't want to
or
do
die
that.
or die.
No, no. So I obviously have never done the forearm. I don't have any forearm tattoos, so I
Right.
I can't tell you. My brother Shane did say that part fucking hurts.
Yeah.
So you might want it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Either way, we gotta eat before we go.
Yeah. And
Like,
it's an hour to get there, and if our appointment's at 10, that means we probably should leave my place by like probably 8, even if
yeah.
we end up having to get like McDonald's or
Yeah,
something
no,
in
eight's
town.
totally fine.
Yeah. It's 45 minutes, and if you don't drive like an old lady,
You know
it's
I
it's
don't.
I know, it's less. Mom's become such an old lady up here. Jesus.
I drive like I'm in a fucking go-kart.
Oh, you'll be pissing everybody off. It'll be
Oh,
glorious. I can't wait.
abso-fucking-lutely.
Can't wait. It's gonna be glorious. Um, I'm gonna just apologize in advance. I'm not super high energy. It's been you'll find out. It's been a very rough week, but um I want to once the mental health check-in's over, I want to just kind of act as if nothing's going on because frankly I need the escape. So
Yes.
buckle in because it's been a very rough week. Um, but yeah, it's week 2. It was supposed to be podcast. I haven't really listened to a podcast other
No.
than Welcome to Night Vale reruns. Yeah, so we're just gonna talk about whatever.
Mm,
I finished the first book of the Fae Isles. Um, yeah, it was Monday. Monday? Yeah, Monday. Um, started the second one. I mean, I've been doing writing stuff. There's stuff to talk about that isn't fucking depressing. So, also prepare to be a little bit more unhinged because my mother, spoiler alert, is currently not living at home. So, my mouth might be a little bit more atrocious.
No fucking cares in the goddamn world. Let's go. Unhinged Autumn.
So yeah, yeah, that's all I really got to say about that is it's week 2. Let's go.
Alright, as per usual, I am going to go first.
Yes.
My life is so dull and boring compared. So I swear to God, I'm losing my fucking mind at work. So I don't remember what days, okay? It doesn't even fucking matter. It all blurred into one fucking thing.
Mhm.
So Mike decided that he was gonna take the morning off on one of the days, I can't remember. Um,
Mhm.
but then he tells me that his car smells like uh rotting, like something died in his car, and then he was like, I apparently have a cabin filter. And I'm like, are you dumb? Every car that has been built since 2011 has a fucking cabin filter. He calls it that. It's a fucking air conditioning filter.
Oh.
Like, dude, yeah. Have you never changed doors? Like, what?
Oh, what?
I was just arguing with him back and forth about it. And I'm like, dude, my brother's a fucking mechanic. I know this shit. But whatever. It's fine. I don't care. Um, and then he told me, he asked me when I'm taking off again. And I was like, the 22nd through the 31st. He's like, okay, I'm going to take 4 days off next week. And I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
Well, how am I supposed to tell you what you need to do if you're taking 4 days off? But all right, that's fine. I mean, whatever.
Right.
Um, Let me think. Nothing too crazy is happening in personal life. Shane's being Shane. He messaged me today, and I was at Mike's grandma's house because it's Mother's Day. And he
Mhm.
like just started fucking messaging me all this bullshit, how he's starving and pissed off and all just being fucking Shane.
Mhm.
I just ignored him. I was not fucking
Mhm.
dealing with it. Autumn. So I'm sitting at the table reading, minding my own business today while everybody was talking.
Uh-huh.
And so I gave Crystal her Kindle. And then
Mhm.
Shalita, Mike's cousin, was asking how I like it and all this stuff. And I'm like, Mike's like, it's a fucking tumor. um,
Jesus.
he was joking, but
Yeah. Damn.
I was like, I read a lot, and then her 13-year-old daughter comes over, 14-year-old daughter comes over, and she's reading. Oh, I fucking can't remember. She brought out two books, and they're really known on TikTok,
Oh
and
dear.
they're spicy. And then this bitch is like, "Yeah, I want to read Hunting Adeline."
Absolutely
And I'm
not.
like, girl, what side of TikTok are you on? And Shalita's like, is it bad? Like, I know there's spice in these books, but is it bad? I'm like, I'm not trying to call out
Okay.
this
Oh.
teenager, but
Oh my God.
anyway, I gave her my. I have like 5 people on my fucking Amazon account now. I let
Yeah.
her log in because it's free on
Right.
Kindle
Right.
Unlimited. So I was like, whatever, you
Yeah.
know what? Your own discretion. If your mom figures it out,
Mhm.
And then she's like, I also want to read this book. And it's the fucking Wrathful King one that we were going to read.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, you have a type. I see you. I'm like, okay, you like vampires? She's like, yeah. I was like, you like dragons? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right, go into my library when you're done. You
Here.
need to
Yeah.
read Serpent in the Wings of Night. You need to read fucking Fourth Wing. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
use it to, you do you. Tell me how you like
Right.
them.
Right.
Um, Mike's mom is almost finished with her book. Then she's gonna start on Fourth Wing.
Got you.
Crystal's gonna start on Fourth Wing. I can't wait for them to come over and be like, "Fuck Dane," and I've like, "Absolutely fuck Dane." But anyway, Mike proceeded to say that I'm starting a cult, and I'm fine with this.
Tiny bit. Tiny
It's
bit.
hey, if they don't end up liking what I'm reading, it's fine. Just like, please let me know if you
Right.
buy things because it's linked to my fucking account. Um,
Right. Like, please let me know.
yeah. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going with my brothers to take my grandma out to dinner for Mother's Day.
Nice.
And then after that, I'm just gonna come home and read. My Shane wanted to hang out, and I told him I was busy all weekend, so
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with him. I don't even know if he's gonna be able to make it out. I don't even know if he's gonna be able to pay for himself. It's whatever.
Right.
Um, Next weekend I was supposed to go to Comic Con,
Mhm.
but I'm not anymore because my coworker Cassie, I was supposed to go with her and her boyfriend and Mike, but
Mhm.
she's currently dying of allergies, so I'm
Mm.
not gonna put her through that.
Right.
Um, and then the next week I have fucking off,
Yeah.
so.
Jeez. So.
that is my life. Um, oh yeah, so I finally caved and bought a subscription to Prose, like the
Mhm.
custom shampoo and conditioner and shit.
Mhm.
I've only been using it for a week, and I have the hair growth supplements and something else I take every day.
Mhm.
My hair has never felt this fucking thick before in my life, and I don't know if it's like a
Mm.
placebo effect because it's
Right.
only been a week,
Right.
but like it is crazy how thick it feels.
Hmm.
It better be worth it. It's fucking hundred and something dollars every eight
God
weeks.
damn. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do.
I want my hair to grow and be healthy. Like,
I know you. That is your big struggle is
I,
hair growth.
yes, and it's oh,
It always takes forever.
I
And
don't
then there's
know.
mine that like it seems like overnight. Like I'll be like, oh wow, it's really stuck at this length, and then overnight I look and I'm like, wait,
I don't know
no,
why
it's not.
either. Like after I stopped drinking a bunch of Monster, my hair
Hmm.
did start to grow. I don't know why I decided to chop it all off. Like for those of you who don't know me, my hair is like my golden prize, if that makes sense. Like I am so
Hmm.
protective of it.
Hmm. You are.
So the fact that I decided to chop all of it off, like, then clearly not okay. Um,
Right? Yeah.
but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I just started taking like doing it a week ago.
Hmm. I mean, it takes a little bit, I know.
Yeah, but my hair feels like a lot better too.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Like when I use a shampoo for a long time, my head starts getting itchy and irritated after I wash it, which is really like I hate having a fucking sensitive scalp.
Right.
It's obnoxious. And then I switched to another brand, and then the fucking smell of that I can't handle gives me a migraine. So I stop using it
Right.
and I go back. Like, it's with this stuff, you can like make it non scented. Mine's scented, but it's like a very, very like light
Yeah.
citrusy smell.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that was my week and that is my life. Hi, I'm Moxie and I'm talking too much.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not.
Oh, Bee and Puppy Cat is going to bankrupt me. Do you
Yeah.
know what's coming out on the 14th?
You showed me. Yes.
What did I show
Do I
you?
remember what? I think you showed me. It was a collection of some sort.
Yes. Oh, well, okay. So I bought a Stinky Boy. Yeah, I already bought those.
Okay.
My Stinky Boy sweater already came. No, it's a new one from U2's. And it's
Oh.
a little figurine of Bee riding on her moped with Puppy Cat on her back. And then there's a Puppy Cat fucking nightlight
Oh, geez.
figurine. And it's coming out on the 14th. And I have no self constraint. So I'm buying it.
Valid. Valid.
All right, it is your turn, my love, or else I'm going to keep rambling about things nobody cares about.
Oh, God. Are we sure?
Yes.
Okay, well, Sunday, I'll start Sunday only because, I, like, really deep cleaned the spare room.
Which I'm proud of you. You got so much fucking done.
Is all of the cardboard still sitting in the kitchen? Yes. It has not been taken to recycle.
That is
To,
okay.
to be fair,
You
for
haven't.
reasons coming up. There's reasons. But like I literally emptied that room. It still has a little bit of stuff that needs like done, but honestly, everybody in the house is to the agreement that it is clean enough to be presentable.
Yes.
So, thumbs up for me because that was a pain in the ass. Um, and then, so Monday, I good thing, good thing that I got my 10th anniversary, 10th anniversary version of From Indian Lakes Able Bodies vinyl.
Yay!
It's gorgeous. It's like this pale, like almost sea foam
Oh,
blue
I
and
love it.
white, like half and half. Um, and it was all of them were limited. I think they all each only had 300 copies made. So it's, I guess, limited edition would be correct. Um,
Yeah, it's
so
limited edition.
that was cool. Um, and then that night I finished Court of Blood and Bindings. Is it bindings or blinding?
Bindings.
Bindings. Bindings. Okay. I always unpluralize or pluralize things. It's like Myers is just Meyer,
Yeah.
but I call it Myers. Anyways, um, destroyed me. I'm crying at like midnight as I'm finishing it. Oh my god. Emotional damage.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that. Then about 5 minutes after I finish reading that book, my mom jolts awake because of a this is where all the sad stuff comes in. Um buckle up. Um gets a blink notification and grandpa fell. Um he was fine. He got up. He was fine. But we all rushed over at like 1 in the morning. And mom basically unofficially moved in with grandpa at 1 in the morning on Tuesday. Um, so she has been there since Tuesday consistently. He has not been alone since Tuesday.
Oh Lord.
Um, yeah, it's a little frustrating currently. I'll get into like the weekly basis of it all, but right now it's a really hard situation because honestly, I want like an opinion is the problem. Like I want a medical opinion of like how long do you think he has? Because
Yeah,
like half the signs are like, oh, he's got like a day. Like half the signs he's showing is like, oh, he's got like a day. Other half is like, oh no, he's got like probably a good month, maybe 3 months left. He just fluctuates too much. Like it's like 1 minute he's fine, the next he's not.
that's
He
so
is
frustrating.
he is basically to the point of refusing food though. So we know it's not too far off.
Oh
I mean, you can
no.
only go so long without eating.
Yeah.
Regardless if you're terminally ill or not, you can only go so long um without eating. Um but at the same time, even if it is only like, a week, it'd be really nice to have a timeline of like what we should expect.
Mm-hmm.
But we're doing all of this by ourselves, no medical intervention, and I think it's like I don't want to say stupid because that's like a really fucking mean word for the situation, but it's like it's reckless. We need to be doing this a different way, but we're doing it by ourselves. We don't have anybody. So
Yeah, you
it's just the
guys
three of
really,
us.
I feel like you need that medical support.
We do. And it's not that he doesn't have coverage. He does. He has coverage for that through, I think, the military or some bullshit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Medicaid or whatever. He has coverage for this. Um, but we didn't have a great experience with adult adult care, I guess is with
Yeah.
grandma. It was really bad. We had a very bad experience. It was awful. So I get why we're doing it the way we are, but at the same time, it's not doing any favors to any of us.
No,
And
it's not.
it's and my poor mother. So grandpa's been doing this probably it was honestly since grandma passed away. He All of the windows were painted over
Mm-hmm.
like from literally since I was a kid. Like I think when they redid the house when they moved into that house, like everything was painted over. So they have windows, but they don't open. Like the whole freaking living room is windows. But they're all closed up and they all have shutters. Or
Oh,
not shutters, but blinds. And he has kept the blinds closed. I swear to you, I think since grandma passed away. So you can't tell unless you're like really with it what time of day it is. You can't tell if it's sunny, if it's raining, if it's nighttime. You can't tell anything unless you're like really with it, and obviously he is
he's
literally
not.
he's not. And my poor mother is sitting in the dark because she doesn't want to upset his routine as much as possible. And so she's sitting in the dark for, day in and day out. And this is the woman who had a happy light prescribed to her by a doctor.
Oh Lord, that's not good for her. What the hell?
No, she's not doing well. And she's not, like, Cody literally said tonight, like, do you want to swap out? Because he was worried, but she's not going to obviously let us swap out. She's just not going to.
No.
And I get it. It's her dad. And also, like, me and Cody probably aren't the most efficient, frankly.
That's fair.
Like, I don't deny the fact that I'm not the best in this kind of situation. Like, honestly, by this state, well, Grandpa's still with it mostly, like, mentally. It's just physically he's declining. Mostly mentally, he's still there.
Mhm.
But, like, by this stage, with my grandma and my Aunt Vi, I had fully, disassociated with them because I couldn't do it. So, the fact that I'm still, like, going there every day, interacting is, like,
Shocking.
really difficult. And it's difficult because I don't deal well with this kind of situation.
I don't think anybody does, baby.
I know, but there's people who are like, "Oh, like, it's all comparison." I know, like, nobody shows the bad parts online or in books or anything, but, like, there's all people who are like, "Oh, it was such an honor to be with them and take care of them." And it's like, yes, it is an honor to, like, take care of some, but also I would much rather not have to witness any of that.
Yeah, I can fucking 100% agree with that.
Like, with grandma, I did not see her the last, I think, 4 days that she was alive. Once hospice was called into the nursing home, I didn't go see her.
Don't blame
I
you.
did not go into there. Um, but so that was Tuesday morning? Yes, early morning. Um, and we just kind of adjusted, Like, I mean, what were we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Mom's been staying with him. When I get off of work, I stay with him so mom can come home and take a shower because grandpa's shower also doesn't work. Go
Great.
figure. I mean, he can take baths. The bath, it just is the shower head, which is probably easy fix, but like also why fix it?
There's no
um,
point.
there's no point. Um, so basically the routine has been I get off work, I go stay with grandpa for maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, so mom can shower, get something to eat, decompress some, and then me and Cody come home, chill, go to bed, rinse, repeat. Um, I don't remember. Give me a second here. Oh, my period also has been god awful. It appeared almost out of nowhere, um, and has made absolutely havoc on my body.
Oh no.
Um, I'm trying to see. Not that it's important that everyone knows that I had a mental breakdown at work, but I had a full on like hyperventilating mental breakdown at work. Um, and it was honestly, I've probably not cried that hard since we made the decision that we were moving up here and we were letting go of the Showman house. Literally, I have not like hyperventilated that hard since. So that was terrifying. Um, Especially since I was sitting on the floor outside the office because obviously the office is locked.
Mhm.
Duh, the service counter is locked. I don't know why. I now know the code. I probably shouldn't, but um, I didn't know the code, and so I'm sitting next to it, hyperventilating on the floor because I can't get behind the service counter. And I'm just gonna say names. I just don't have it in me to hide. Sadie was like, "No, no, no, you're not. You don't have to do this out here. Let's go." Like, and she like got the office open for me and put me in the back, and she's like, "Christian's gonna check on you in like 10 minutes. Just breathe. You're gonna be okay. Like, don't worry about it. It's Basically, like, it's gonna be okay. And so, like, I literally, like, put a breathing exercise on my phone, and I, like, calm myself down,
Mhm.
and, um, poor Christian, he's well, he's such a good kid, but he's also a typical, like, 20-year-old like, male, and he's like, "You doing good? You okay?" And I'm like he's like, "I mean, everything's obviously not good," and I'm like, "No, it's not, but I'm okay. I'm not gonna, die here." And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna come back in another 5 minutes and see how you are." I'm like, "Okay, Christian, you can just close the door."
And just yeah, thank you for caring, but
He really is a sweet kid. It's just he's so painfully, awkwardly a 20-year-old male. Like, uh, um, and then work really pissed me off. And on Thursday, I get to work and I'm sitting at the Starbucks because I need to decompress, obviously. Like
mhm,
this whole week has been about me decompressing before work because I have to deal with idiots. Um they're only getting stupider. Anyways.
because it's
Um
nice out now.
yeah, exactly. Um Also, I need to apparently get a sticker that says Cityit because apparently that's the new term for city people is city idiots, and I'm gonna put it on my phone to proudly wear because I am not from this hick ass town. I am from the city where there is actual, you know, life. Anyways, um, get one of my coworkers is like, "Hey, like we're not allowed to have our phones on us." I'm like, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "Yeah, we can't even like have them on our person. Like we flat out are not allowed to have them." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna be talking to AJ because I literally have a terminal grandfather right now
This pissed me
who
off.
and so I go up to the front counter and like obviously like I'm pissed off and I felt a little bad because I was short with my coworker about it and I was like it's not you. It's the rule. It's not you. I'm sorry. Like I shouldn't be taking it out on you. Luckily she understood. But um I was like but I signed it. And I was like, "Wait a second. Do I have to sign this?" And she's like, "Technically no." I was like, "Good, because I'm not going to." And I scratched off my name and I was like, "Not until I talk to somebody. AJ, Jeremy, higher up. Don't give a shit. Talking to somebody."
Literally anybody.
Literally anybody but Sadie, frankly. Um, and I get to talk to Jeremy, who's underneath AJ. He's like the assistant manager, basically, if you would, of the store. And he's like, "Yeah, like we can't have people on their phones, even have their phones on them because people ruin it." I found out who ruined it for everybody.
Let me guess, Julie.
No, Jennifer.
Oh, great. Fucking bitch.
Because guess what? Guess what? When she learned that we weren't supposed because she got wrote up for it. I told you this. She got wrote
Oh,
up
yeah,
and
that's
so did
right.
Maddie. Well, Jen, after doing that, after getting written up, she then started taking calls
Sorry.
on speaker in her pocket because my phone's not out.
Oh my god.
Really? Really?
Fucking bitch.
You literally just like literally I'm not the only one who has like an elderly loved one who we're like always on standby about. Literally one of the baggers has an elderly mother.
Mm-hmm.
Um the other Billiam that I've talked about, love Billiam. His mother is in a nursing home and he is her power of attorney. They can't do shit to her without his acknowledgement.
Oh, shit.
So he is supposed to have basically his phone on him in case of emergency or in case like because she has had chronic infections before.
Mm-hmm.
And if she goes like septic or anything, they have to have his permission to do anything to her. Start treatment,
Yeah.
hospitalize her, anything. Um and obviously my grandpa and there's a couple other people who are like what about XYZ? And basically their answer for that was anyone with terminally ill um or people they have to take care of. If they're in the hospital, you're allowed to have their phone on you. My grandfather is in hospice we're just doing it ourselves.
Yeah, what's the fucking difference?
Like, he is in hospice, regardless of the fancy terms of like a nurse coming and seeing him or being in a hospital or nursing home. We're just doing it from home,
Which is harder.
which is harder. And also, there's like not room for error because there's really no way to error your. I mean, the end product is always the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's things that can go sideways in that process. And it's like, oh, they can just call the store. What's the difference between them calling the store and calling you? Let's see, we're hitting tourist season. People are going to be calling nonstop because of the changes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the pharmacy is going to be getting calls off the hook, and they don't have it where the pharmacy gets the calls. No, they have to be transferred from the main line.
That is so fucking stupid.
And we also just had my I was so bummed because my local pharmacy, which is in Frankfurt, like in town, the one I went to actually merged with the one in my store.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's gonna be triple the business
Why?
because they're stupid. Honestly, they're stupid. But that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Um, so like, yeah, what's the difference? Like, what's the difference?
There's a massive fucking difference.
And then there was another development that Kylie told me today. Basically, they're telling anybody like, "Oh, you can just keep your sound on beside behind the counter, and if your phone starts going off rapidly, like we'll have you come back here, but you'll have to punch out."
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Well, it's a good thing I
you'll have
haven't
to
done
punch
that to
out.
you yet.
Well, here's the thing. I realistically know, and they know. Well, Kylie knows. Kylie and Maddie know that like I've been spiteful in keeping my sound on. They both know because I'm kind of the person who started that trend. um, and I don't have I have notifications on for Discord,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have them on for Blink because if I did, it would never it would literally my phone would die
Yeah, it would
from
never
making
fucking stop.
notification. Yeah. So I have it off for that. And generally speaking, for some reason, I think it's just the way that the settings are on this phone. Like it'll only ding so many times for the same app. So like if you were to react to all the TikToks one day, it would probably only go off like maybe 5 times and then it would just be like, "Okay, well this is obviously going to keep happening," and stop. Cuz it even does that with my like text messages. It has like a built-in stopper. So,
That's weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but that's so weird.
it is. So like I was like, "Okay, whatever." Like I was really spiteful about it honestly, and Sadie got pissed at me. Kylie was like, "I'm just warning you, like she's pissed that you didn't sign." I'm like, "Good." Because I will only be the good employee for so long before my buttons are pushed. And this push that button. I have agreed to every other rule that I have ever signed on because they were reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
This one is bullshit. I did end up signing because I did talk with AJ. I did everything I could. I mean, there's really nothing I can do. And I can only put it off so long before they will literally sit me down and be like, you either sign it or I don't know. I don't think they'll fire me, but they might like write me up. I'm not sure what the repercussions are. I know there are repercussions.
Oh,
I just don't know what they
absolutely.
are. So I signed it. Do I agree with it? No. They did make an exception for me since I take the bus home sometimes, and that often they like to show up like half an hour early. I have my phone on days that I take the bus home an hour before my shift ends. I just have to be discreet about it because we don't want to stir. We don't want to stir people up.
Okay, what the fuck ever.
Like I'm just gonna I don't even care. I'll start checking TikTok. I just don't care anymore.
No, what the
Like
fuck
I'm
ever.
to the
That'd be
point of not
stupid.
caring. Because of the guests complaining. Yeah, because we literally live in a tourist town with nothing but old people until tourist season starts. Of course they have a problem with phones. They're all old.
I don't understand it.
But like that was work. For the most part, that was the only, like, really shitty thing. Like, me and Maddie were being really adorable and writing each other notes all day. 'Cause it's like, if we can't send text messages to each other about how stupid people are, we'll do it the old-fashioned way, um, which we did. Um, and it's actually really fun because, their preferred name, like, what they use online, is I won't say the name, but it starts with an A. So I get to write, like, "Dear A," and I'm like, "Hey, it's like Pretty Little Liars."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, this is awesome." Um, but yeah, it was actually really fun, and I kept trying to hide writing the notes from people because 'cause they're like, "Oh, what you doing?" I'm like, "Back the fuck up.
Get the
I'm
fuck
I'm on a secret
away.
I'm on a secret mission. Stop." And plus I didn't wanna have to have them start asking questions about who A was because, like, yeah, no one needs to know
No.
about preferred shit, like, no one needs to know. Um, but that was work. Home, me and Cody have actually been getting along a lot better since mom has technically moved out, which is a revelation I didn't expect. Um, yeah, it turns out that if we just like watch movies every night and just like chill, we actually aren't usually at each other's throats. Yeah, I've watched four movies this week.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I hate how much I love that freaking movie.
I just need to watch it.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so cringe, but God, I love it. I'm talking about The Idea of You, by the way, guys. Amazon Prime. I just love Anne Hathaway, though, to be fair.
Yeah, she's so good.
Like, I absolutely adore her. Like, I will almost watch anything that she is in. Almost, within reason. I have even with my favorites, I have limits to what I will withstand. Um, I watched The Idea of You. I watched was it Anyone But You? That's Alison Sweeney one. Let me see. I watched that last night with Cody. It was kind of good actually. We're going back to the renaissance of like early 2000s rom-coms
Mhm.
where it's like unnecessarily raunchy for no reason, but it kind of works. But it kind of works.
Kind of
Anyone But
works.
You. Anyone But You is the movie that we watched last night. And let me tell you, the reason I loved it so much is because they absolutely fucking hate each other,
My favorite.
and the banter is beautiful.
I love.
I'm literally, like, staring at the screen with my mouth wide open, I'm like, "They just don't let up." And Cody's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "You don't wanna know.
A
You don't.
lot.
So much.
A lot.
So much." So, yeah, The Idea of You, Anyone But You. Cody watched that Jennifer Lawrence movie tonight, I didn't watch it. And we watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which is, like, the prequel film.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was good. That was really I love Jujutsu Kaisen's, like, world anyways, but I cried at the end. Oh my god, it was okay, I'm just gonna spoil it. So, it's basically this guy named Yuta, his, like, kind of best friend? It's a weird, like, kind of infatuationship, like, they're young, they're, like, young kids. Rika dies in a car accident,
Oh
and
no.
she becomes a curse and attaches herself to him. And so he's kind of like a deadly weapon kind of thing. Um, because she's like I think she's an S grade curse. So she's like baddest of the bad. Um, and Gojo recruits him to Jujutsu High, blah 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 blah. Anyways, we get to the very end. It's all fighting, it's all characters we know, XYZ. Um, we learn that it was actually Yuta who made her a curse.
Oh shit.
Like he could not let her go, and he made her a curse. And like he's like sobbing, he's like, "It's all my fault, like I made you into this." And she's like, "No, thank you. You gave me more time." And I was like,
My fuse.
"Oh my god," I was crying. I was like, "I can't do this. I can't. I can't do this. I'm too soft for this world." But no, it was really good, and I just love the animation style so freaking much. It's so good. Um, what else? Is there like anything else other than I've been literally drinking Starbucks, I think every single day that I work
It's
is
addicting, isn't
becoming
it?
I just drink chai lattes. Iced chai lattes. Also, did you look at the Kickstarter I sent you?
Yes.
$205 is all. And I'm like, I need it. I need it, but I shouldn't do it. I want it. They're gorgeous.
They are very pretty.
I haven't even finished the series and I'm like, I don't even care. I need them all.
Trust me, it just gets better from here. Oh my god. Can we talk about the ending now? Well, not the
Yeah.
like not the complete ending, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
she blinds that
I,
bitch.
oh my god.
She's the most clever badass.
Oh my god, I love her. I love her so much.
The fat
Like
just
we're moving into the book because
I'm
there's really nothing else
sorry.
about my life. No, there's really it's just all sad. Like it's just all sad. Other than like little bright spots. Okay, we're gonna get into book talk and we're gonna get book talk and other things. So let's go. No,
The
you go.
fact that she did not only blind the bitch,
Uh-huh.
she dragged Creon onto a fucking horse.
I know.
Oh, dude, listen, I love I love Lynn. You're gonna love Lynn, but the fact that Taryn and her did not want to, it just, you sons of bitches.
Oh my god. Like literally the last like I think it's like probably 4 or 5 pages. I was just like, I get it. Guys, I get it. I get it, but can we resolve this later? We are on a time crunch.
So the fifth book is gonna be you're gonna meet her too, but what the how do you pronounce her name? Tathandra?
I think it's Theandra.
It might be Theandra. That makes more sense to me. It's her and fuck, what is her name?
Anaxia.
Yes, thank you. It's her and Anax. I love Anaxia, okay?
Okay, here's the thing. I asked you, I was like, can I love her? Because I love her.
I love her so much.
Like,
She's like this ball of pink joy, but she's not. And it's just
right? We
oh,
love a
I
contradiction.
love her. So the fifth book is like a spin-off and I'm like I
Uh-huh.
need to know more about these
You're like,
two.
I'm ready. I'm
I
ready.
am very ready. How far into the second book did you get?
Let me look. I have my Kindle right next to me. Uh, God damn it, open. Also, I was gonna change my phone background finally from Hanako and Nene. There's that one picture of M and Creon in the labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I think I want that to be my background. Um, will you click? You got 38%. You can manage.
While
I'm on
she's
chapter 4.
doing that, I made a discovery about myself that I didn't want to make.
Oh, we make them every day
Um,
at this point.
so I've been reading uh from Blood and Ash series, and
Uh-huh.
it seems I have a type.
Yes.
They all look almost identical except for Rain's fucking red hair.
True.
And they all act the fucking same. It's just tormented souls.
Yeah.
Oh
Hmm.
man, dude. Oh my god, the betrayal in that book. Anyway, we'll get to that.
I'm
Don't
on, I'm on
worry.
I'm on chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
Um
Did
Let's see.
he?
So all he's done is wake up and very upset, and he's locked her out of the room. He literally woke up because she was like, I literally just want him here right now. And he busts down the door uh while everybody was gathered around freaking dinner.
Yep. Fuck. What's his name? What's his name? I can't remember his fucking name. Uh, Starts with an E.
It's like Edward, but not Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him. You're gonna like him eventually. I promise you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
You're gonna
sure.
like. Actually, you're just gonna like everybody. Everybody's so fucking
Probably.
likable in that goddamn book.
Probably. Yeah.
Um. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. It's so good. You're gonna meet all the fucking supernaturals and
Yeah. It's gonna get there. I'm gonna get there, I promise. This week was really bad reading wise. So I missed my first day, but I was literally exhausted.
yeah.
So I didn't beat, and I technically didn't miss it because it was Tuesday night going into Wednesday, and I think it counted me finishing the first book at 12:30 a.m. as the next day because I still have my streak. I'm at 41 days.
Nice.
I still counted as missing though on my readathon just because you know, it was just a little too iffy for me. I just didn't count it.
That's fair.
So, um, but I didn't lose my streak, so I was happy about that. Um, I was having trouble all this week. I have been so exhausted. I think it's between stress, my period, and just like the weather changing. I was trying so hard to read this week, but I could only do the 15 minutes a day, and I was falling asleep during those 15 minutes.
Oh no.
So like I had to go back a little bit today and just kind of skim what I read yesterday because I barely remembered the
You
conversation.
know, I had to do that this morning because I was like
Yeah.
falling asleep while reading last
Mhm.
night, and I'm like, wait, what did I miss?
Yeah. So like no, like the thing is, and it's not against this book because this literally I can already tell this series is second in all the books I've read so far. Like the
Yay.
series, as far as series go. Um it is right under Crowns of Nyaxia.
Of
It's
course.
and like I'm not saying God Kiss Bride is still third place. And I don't really honestly I don't know what's going to knock it out of third place, but I know something's going to.
Fourth wing.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
realistically.
just gonna be 100% honest because mine goes the Crowns of Nexia,
Uh-huh.
fourth wing.
Faye
um, Definitely the one you're reading.
Isles.
Yes, thank you, Faye Isles. I read so goddamn much.
You do.
Too much. God Kiss Bride. And
Mhm.
then my fifth place, ooh.
Mm.
My fifth place would have to be from Blood and Ash. It was um
The Book of Azrael.
yeah, but
I kind of figured.
this book not I don't know. That's such a good book. The way they describe different like they don't call the vampires, they call them Lantians.
Mhm.
And then there's the vampire, but that's a
Mhm.
different fuck. They're like the ascended, whatever. It doesn't matter. And then there's the cavern, which the vampire make, and they're like fucking barbaric zombie like creatures.
Mhm.
So like I
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Sorry, Book of Ezreal is still a really good book, but
Right. No, I get it. Um The second book I think is only taking me a minute to get into is because I don't have the time to dedicate to just kind of getting through the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Because it's the same with the first book. The first book is good, but you do have to kinda hit the part where the quote unquote "adventure" has started. Because the first few chapters is just setting everything up,
Yeah.
and
That's
there's nothing wrong with that.
that's how the second one's gonna be too, because it's like introducing you to
Yes.
like the
Yes. And
underground and
yep.
the council and
Yes. Yes, and it's fine. It's not, and I think that's why I have a problem with people who, like, shame, quote unquote, like, because, like, romantasy is getting a bad name now, of
why?
course, because it's not fantasy enough. People are like, "Fantasy is about world building and god." Here's the thing,
You're
if
reading
it
the wrong
feels
books.
high fantasy has its place. Like, Lord of the Rings, it's well known for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it has its place in literature, 100%. I am not saying that it doesn't, but I don't want to read a textbook.
I don't want to read about Middle Earth.
Like, like, I want world building that is told through my characters. And high fantasy, like Lord of the Rings, is all about the the setting is almost more important than the
Mhm.
characters. And and I've said this 1,000 times, it's the way I write, it's the way I prefer to read. I care more about a character, I care more about what is going on in their head than I do on the outside.
Yeah.
Like, I could literally, I know it's like slice of life is technically the term for it. I could read a fantasy slice of life more than I could ever read anything that is like in-depth quests.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the main, like, I love The Lord of the Rings, but that might
Mhm.
be one of the main reasons I haven't read them. Same with like Game
Mhm.
of Thrones, right? Like
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know. I am a first person sucker,
Mhm.
so
Oh, and
fuck them.
let's also just have a little tiny, tiny mini conversation about the fact that high fantasy, when you think of like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, those kind of things, um, sexual assault is like a really big thing.
Yes.
And in modern, like, quote unquote lowbrow, if you want to be mean about it, like romantasy is usually about women taking agency over themselves
Mm-hmm.
and not using like sexual assault as a plot device for women.
Exactly.
It's not that there isn't some of instances of that, because like in uh help me here. First book of God Kissed Bride. Can't think of the
Oh,
title.
White
Of course,
Horse.
Dark Knights.
Yeah, Dark Knights.
There is literally like a rape attempt. Like, there is. But at the same time, it's not the only plot devices she has,
No.
which happens a lot in fantasy. It seems like the only time that a woman has character development is actual after actual assault.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just kind of not fun when you're trying to escape real life.
Reality, yeah.
Like, ew. It's kind of funny because I was thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like all the situations that any of these characters are in real life, I would never ever be comfortable in. I would be terrified. Because realistically, you can't trust, not to be mean, but you can't trust random ass men.
No, you can't.
In books, you can, for the
Yeah.
most part. Like, it's a whole thing, but that's enough. But like, I'm just really tired of like people shaming people for the books they kind of like, even if it's about type of book, not like, oh, you like smut, so what? I don't give a shit. Oh, you like mediocre writing? I just want to enjoy myself. I don't want to read a textbook.
Yeah, I need to stay off TikTok.
Yeah,
Um, I got the ending of
spoiled.
Iron Flame spoiled for me,
Mhm.
and it like didn't have like a warning or anything. I was just
Yeah.
scrolling, minding my own fucking business.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I like threw my fucking phone
Yeah.
and I yelled. And so like I don't
Yeah.
fucking care about these fucking people's opinions and shit.
Hmm.
But also, if you're gonna spoil something, please put a fucking spoiler warning because I did not
Yes.
want to know that. I still had 200 goddamn pages left.
Right. And like that's my like I know I care way too much about what random people who don't even know I exist on the internet. Trust me, it's always been a problem. I grew up with the internet becoming a thing, so like it's a me problem. But like it happened even when I was in school with like classmates. They will read or see what you're reading and they judge you about it. And this is before I was ever reading anything that had anything remotely like inappropriate. I was reading mystery novels. And like I don't it's like I don't care about how intelligent I look. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not reading to make myself smarter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm reading to escape reality. I'm just reading to escape reality. It's always been that way. Even as a kid. Looking back, I realized it was a coping mechanism for a lot of things, but regardless, I read to escape. Not that I don't. Like my writing has gotten better since I started reading again. That's undeniable. But I don't go out of my way to improve it, I guess is what I'm saying. Like I don't go out of my way finding books to improve my writing. My writing just happens to get better because I'm reading again.
Exactly. It has. Honestly, her writing has gotten, oh my god, chef's fucking kiss.
You're too nice. You're too nice to me.
I'm
You're too
being
nice.
honest.
I know. I know you are. Didn't mention that I wrote a whole freaking like infatuation charms freaking scene because I forgot all about it because I've been so stressed with everything. That was fun though. I gotta really work on it though. It needs some work. But yes, I just love the drama of like everybody knowing but her. And I had I'm not, we'll go back to books, but I was when I was working today because I was on self check for the first time all day and for a very long time.
Yeah.
Which leaves me with especially not my phone to check the time. So then my mind really starts to wander because I kind of compulsively check the time to see like how time is passing. So then my brain really started to like malfunction and overheat. So I was like, I need to start thinking of things. And I had this absolutely heartbreaking scene between Hazel and Oriana. Oh God. Like I was crying. I was tearing up over my own words. No, because like the freaking quest, the trip, the rescue mission, whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
literally screwed with not screwed with, but his mom literally was like an evil mastermind. It's like I'm gonna crumble this whole fucking show and let it burn. It's my dying wish to let all this burn. Because the whole thing was that like Hazel knew becoming friends with Oriana meant that one day she was never going to like get to talk to her again.
Yeah.
Like and it was a whole scene where she's like, I'm not okay with this. Like I'm not okay that I'm not going to get to see you. I'm not okay that I'm not going to get to talk to you. I'm not okay that I'm not going to get to share my life with you anymore. And like she's like you understand that like I haven't figured out how to say the goddess or deity's name yet. We'll figure that out. Like you know she's not going to give you an exception like she did with Liam's mom because Liam's mom gets her gift, her calling super late in life. She already has a child. Like she's not going to the goddess has some sort of decency. Not like not a lot, but enough not to like separate a mother and her child, right?
Right.
But she's like she's not going to give you an exception just because you've known me for like almost 2 decades. She's not going to care. Like she's going to cut you off from everybody and it's not fair and I'm not okay with it. And or of course Oriana is like like you have like Leander and Liam now. I'm sure they'll keep like I'm sure they'll still talk to you like when I'm like, you know, in my whole little business. And she's like that's not the same thing and you know it. And like it was good. I swear it's better than it sounds. But
I'm sure it is. It sounds really good. What are you talking about?
Eh, I don't think any of my ideas sound good.
I know.
Um, but but yeah, it was good, and I was crying because I was like, this is a mood because I get it. um, because it was also like she was like, you can like, do I have to like Hazel's like, do I have to break a bone every time I go on a hunt to see you? And she's like, "Well, you can't even like they're like I have this thing where like they're not allowed to talk. Like she heals them, but they're not allowed to have conversation." And she's like, "I wouldn't be able to talk to you." And she's like, "I'd slip you a letter." And she's like, I would have to like I'd have to get rid of it without looking at it." And she's like, "I'm literally not okay with any of this. Why was I acting like I was okay with this for so long?" Like kind of having like a moment of like, "Okay, well, I'm really upset." And like, yeah, I don't know. I am so I want this to be so much about like I'm still wanting to do this even though I've backed away from it a little bit with everything going on. I want it to be just about as much about the friendships as the romance. I really like I want it to be about both just as
Yeah,
much because I mean, I think friendships are important.
they are.
Like and a lot of like I'm not saying all romanticy because a lot of the ones we've read actually do a really good job of highlighting friendship too.
Yeah,
Um, but a lot of like romance forgets the fact that like people are like have people outside of relationships. Which is probably why I don't read real life romance novels.
yeah, me too. I'm
Yeah.
good. I need fantasy,
I
thank you.
need fantasy.
I need magic and
I need
supernatural.
magic. I need magic. Okay. Um, so the first book was really good. I don't have like a ton to say that Amy has not already said because she explained the first book to y'all already.
Sorry.
No, it was great and you described it literally almost exactly as it was. The ending was like I was cheering and then I was upset. At the very end, I was like, "Come on guys, let's get this shit together. Let's go.
We gotta go. Stop
We got to
arguing.
go." Um his letter, I was sobbing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I couldn't. I was crying. Oh, so good, guys. So damn good. I'm excited to get further in this. I'm 50 pages into the second book.
I
50
can't
pages ain't
wait.
bad.
No.
Ain't bad. Um,
You get some broody crayon though.
yeah, that's okay. Broodie's fine. Although it usually makes me want to smack people, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
My
That's
god.
fine.
The whole fucking second book. Almost. I just wanted to like fucking like come on. Shut the fuck
shake
up.
it, shake the shoulders.
Literally.
Pull yourself together.
Oh yeah, okay. I explained it to you. I don't think I did a
Mhm.
good enough job though.
Okay.
Okay. So from Blood and Ash, you follow
Mhm.
Poppy. She is a maiden. She is the chosen one. She has to wear a veil everywhere. She
Mhm.
can't speak to people unless she's permitted to.
Mhm.
Um, and she's a big part of the ascension, right?
Mhm.
Where the second sons and daughters of like lords and ladies ascend.
Mhm.
Um, and I swear. So it starts off with
Mhm.
Poppy in the Red Pearl, which is like a brothel, but it's not. Like they play cards and stuff there too, but like people mainly go there to like
Yeah.
fuck. Anyway, so Poppy's wearing a mask so nobody recognizes her. She has this gift that she can sense people's emotions.
Mhm.
and she can also take away people's pain by touching them
Mhm.
and giving them like happy thoughts.
Yeah.
Um, so she is currently there, and her bodyguard comes in, and this man
Mhm.
is like his name's Victor. He's like a father to her. And she's
Mhm.
like, well, fuck, like, even if I'm masked, he's gonna see me. Because she's not supposed to be there, obviously.
Mhm.
Um, so she runs into this lady, and she's like, yeah, like, go upstairs, this last door, like the sixth door on the left, it should be open, and like, I can come and get you.
Mhm.
So she goes up there, and she stumbles into the room, and it is clear she is not fucking alone.
Mhm.
She hears, like, well, this is unexpected.
Mhm.
And it's fucking Hawk Finn, which is a royal guard who came from the capital.
Mhm.
And of course, my girl Poppy uh, watches him while he's training,
Mhm.
and she's kind of like obsessed with him. Never
Mhm.
spoken to him, but like from a distance, she's like in awe of him, right?
Yeah.
Um, he thinks that she's somebody else because she's wearing somebody else's cloak. So he's like, "Did you follow me here?" And
No.
she didn't say anything, right? Because as soon as she speaks, she's gonna know that she's not who he thinks she is.
Right.
So he's like, we've talked about this and all that kind of shit. And he kisses her.
Mhm.
And as soon as he kisses her, he's like, who are you? And she was like, it's really funny because he calls her princess and she has a fucking knife strapped to her thigh, and like
Mhm.
he's like, we can keep going. Like I don't care. Like you clearly know who I am, but like what's your name? Can I remove your mask? That kind of stuff. And of course Poppy's like, the fuck no. Like she's talking to him now at this point, but she's like
Uh-huh.
bantering with him. So then she leaves and like it goes by where she's going to lessons and stuff about the gods and the ascension and all this shit. And one day she's walking in the garden with her other guard, Rylan,
Mhm.
and he gets murdered.
Oh shit.
And the murderer was pretty much saying that, oh, he'll be very pleased with me once I get a hold of you. And Poppy, being the badass bitch that she is, pulls her
Mhm.
fucking dagger out and starts fighting this fucking man because she's not going down without a fight.
Right.
So she ends up slicing him a couple times, and a whistle comes, and he's like, "This isn't over. I'm gonna like." It's so brutal. What did he say? Ah, oh, fuck, I don't remember. Something about gutting her and eating her insides.
Well.
Anyway, so now conveniently there is a guard spot open.
Mhm.
Guess who becomes her fucking guard? Hawk.
Uh-huh.
And she gets unveiled because they were like, the Duchess and the Duke were like, there's gonna be a time where you're gonna see her when she's not veiled. We might as well like get this over with so you see her face. And
Mhm.
she has scars on the side of her left face.
Mhm.
Because she was attacked as a child by a cavern.
Mhm.
And the smug bitch. As the Duke is unveiling her, she's just grinning because she can't really say anything. She disdains this fucking man.
Uh-huh.
She can't say anything to him, but she's just grinning at him. And Hawk, my man, Hawk was like, "You're absolutely beautiful. Like one side is as beautiful as the other." And normally, like people say, like it's such a shame that her like fucking side of her face is ruined.
Right.
So that
Oh.
that pisses off the Duke.
Mhm.
Whatever. Anyway, he's her
Uh-huh.
guard now. He's trying to get to know her. She's finally like fucking opening up to him and stuff. The banter is fucking unreal. Um, it's the rite now where it's like the ceremony where people give up their third sons and daughters to the gods.
Mhm.
So like it's like this whole ceremony thing.
Right.
And Poppy and Hawk end up hiding underneath a willow tree because like she can't really talk to anyone at the ball. Like she can't do shit. So he's like,
Mhm.
"Let's go. Like let's get out of here. Let's go hang out." So under the willow tree, they kiss again. Like she asked him to because she didn't want to be the maiden.
Right.
And she's like, I'm fucking sick of not doing things I want. Like, I want to feel alive.
Mhm.
So they kiss. And then Victor, my boy Victor, finds her. Not under the willow, but when they were walking out of it. And
Mhm.
Victor's pissed because he can
Mhm.
clearly tell they've been making out.
Uh-huh.
So, like, Poppy finally, like, explodes at Victor and is like, I didn't want this. Nobody fucking asked me if I wanted this. I don't want to ascend. Like, I don't want to be found worthy. And
Uh-huh.
the Descenders, which are people who believe in the one true prince. He's like the
Mhm.
big bad, okay?
Right.
Um they decided to attack the right and kill a bunch of fucking people.
Mhm.
Which Victor was one of those people.
Uh.
And his dying fucking words to Poppy were, "Forgive me, I failed you."
Oh.
I know. So then after that, Poppy has to go to the capital to be with the
Mhm.
queen because like she's not safe.
Right.
I'm sorry. The betrayal. Okay. So like Poppy's obviously falling in love with Hawk, right?
Yeah.
And he's one of the people tasked to escort her. But they stop in a
Mhm.
weird town.
Mhm.
And like Poppy and Hawk end up having sex.
Mhm.
Because once again, she just wants to feel alive. She chose him, you know what I mean? Like she goes through
Mhm.
this whole revelation, and oh, dude, he's like, I'm not worthy of you, and just remember that all of this was real.
Mhm.
And then Hawk gets like taken away in the middle of the night, not taken away, but like called away. And then
Mhm.
Poppy wakes up to banging on her door, and it's one of the other guards saying, like, Creelin and Hawk aren't who they say they are. This place is fucking weird. Like, we need to get the fuck out of here. So,
Hmm.
like, Poppy's like, I trust Creon. Like, not Creon. God damn it. I trust Hawk with my life. So, like, I don't believe him. But
Mhm.
then a fucking. Ah. Oh, okay. They get caught trying to escape.
Mhm.
And the guard ends up um slashing fuck oh my god anyway he ends up slashing fucking Korean. Oh my god, why do I keep saying Korean?
I don't know.
Korean. Korean. Oh, thank fucking god. Anyway, I'm just gonna call him K because my god, that is too similar.
There you go. Okay.
He ends up slashing K in the stomach and he's like, you really shouldn't have fucking done that. And
Mhm.
then he shifts into a like a wolf bear thing, which
Okay.
they're called Wolven, and they have been thought to have been extinct for thousands of fucking years.
Oh. Mhm.
So Poppy and this fucking guy are like rushing downstairs, like running the fuck away from him, right? They
Mhm.
get to the stable and Hawk shows up. And she's like, behind you, there's a fucking Wolven. Like, be careful. Like, and then my boy shoots everybody except for her dead. And she's like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Oh, like,
Well, like,
so,
what?
so the guy who said that he was going to eat her insides
Uh-huh.
steps out from the shadows, and he's missing a hand.
Yep.
And he's like, "Do
Well.
you remember what I told you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I remember, obviously, you fucking idiot." He's like, "It's like he said something," and she's like, "Well, at least I have both of my hands." Like, anyway, she ends up getting taken to a dungeon because she knows how to fucking fight, okay? Like,
Right.
so they're like keeping her captive for her own safety because Hawk's people want to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they try, they fail. Hawk has to give her blood during the blood giving because it can
Mm-hmm.
heal her because he's an Atlantean, so he's a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
During giving the blood, she hears Kay saying Castile. And Castile is the name of the fucking prince. So then she's
Mm-hmm.
like, excuse me, there is some like fucking, you need to explain because like, what the fuck, dude? Was anything you said real? Who the fuck is Hawk? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she is
Yeah.
going through the works. Her heart is fucking breaking because she doesn't believe anything this fucking man says.
Uh-huh.
So she ends up getting a room instead of being in a dungeon because the people that attacked her are all fucking dead. My boy Castile, he nailed them all up to the walls like fucking
Mm.
butterflies.
Well.
Like, and then the guy that like wants to eat her, he's still
Mm-hmm.
alive, but hanging up like up
Oh,
there too. So she's like, "What the
well.
fuck is this?" And he's like, "I said nobody's to fucking touch you. Like, I gotta show an example." And then this motherfucker. Clearly, people do not like her because she stands for the Ascended. She's the maiden, whatever. This motherfucker was gonna use her as like a bargaining chip to get his brother back,
Uh-huh.
but instead, plans changed, and he announces they're getting married.
Well, damn.
And she's like, "I'm never gonna marry you."
Like, nice try.
But yeah, so that's the first book. And then the second book is just her being pissed about him fucking lying to her, and I mean, with good reason.
Right.
They end up getting married
Oh, well.
because they're playing pretend.
Yeah.
But they're not playing pretend because they were like gonna use each other. Like, he was gonna use her to get his brother back, she was gonna use him to get her brother back.
Right.
But then it turns out that her feelings didn't go away, and she ends up like
Hmm.
they're together now,
Yeah.
and it's cute, and they're fighting fucking shit. And this, oh my god, the ending of that book. Autumn. I'm sorry I'm talking so much, but I need to fucking tell you
No.
really quick.
No.
So, my girl, she can heal people now, and she grows fucking like she glows silver. I don't know. So she's half Atlantean because he drinks
Okay.
her blood, and he's like, I should have fucking known.
Uh-huh.
So she's part Atlantean, but they're trying to figure out what part she is. They say that she comes from a line of empaths.
Empaths?
Thank you.
Yeah.
But like nobody likes them because they can turn people's emotions onto them. So like they can make people fucking terrified and shit.
Yeah.
They're called soul eaters, but she can't do that. She can just take
Hmm.
away people's pain. And now she can heal people, which is like okay, things are fucking starting here. What the fuck is going on? Her powers are like it's weird because everybody's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So the ending of this
I
book,
don't know what the fuck just happened.
literally. So the end of the book, they're in Atlantia, and she walked off because his parents wanted to talk to him because he got married, and they're like, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is. Anyway, So she didn't want to meet them yet. So she's like, I'm just gonna go check out this temple. And she goes in, and of course it was a fucking trap. And there's Atlanteans saying like, you're a fucking maiden whore and like all this shit. And she's like, that doesn't even make sense, but okay.
No, that doesn't even make a lick
And
of sense.
the woman threw a fucking stone at her, and she's like, really? A stone? Like, that's the best you have? So they all
Try
start,
better, bitch.
yeah, they are all start like pelting her with rocks. It's really sad. Anyway, she's like saying enough. Like she can feel their fucking hatred and shit for her, which sucks.
Hmm.
And she's like on the ground bleeding, and the out of nowhere a fucking storm comes, and it's like blood rain.
Well,
And one of the Atlanteans is like, oh, it's like an omen from the god. Like, we must be doing the right fucking thing. Obviously, you guys fucking aren't. Because Poppy uses her power. I don't know how the
uh-huh.
fuck she does it, but she somehow kills all of these people. Like, she is like,
Damn.
yeah, I don't know. And then after that happened, where she stood, where her blood last dropped, this tree grew, and it's called a blood tree.
Hmm.
I know it's fucking ironic, right? But it happens at the fort too, like forever ago, and they don't understand how a fucking it was like a full fucking tree.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Castiel comes down, and so do his parents, and he's like, my gods, like everyone's like fucking staring at her in awe, and she's just like, she just killed a bunch of fucking people. And
Surprise.
Alistair, who is the like king's advisor, is like, it's
Hmm.
not too late. And the queen's like, yes, it is. He's like, she's like, what did you bring here to Castile? And she's like walking towards Poppy. She puts her fucking crown on the ground and tells everybody to withdraw their weapons and to bow to their new queen. And that's the
Okay.
second fucking book, and I need to finish. I need to start reading again because, like, what? What is
Okay then.
she? Like, is she a
Damn.
god or something? Like, I'm so fucking confused. But yeah, okay,
Oh no.
that was my 20
No,
minute
you're fine.
rambling.
No, 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 you're fine.
It's so good. Poppy is so fucking pretty. I need to show you a fucking photo for them that I
Okay.
love that sums them up so well. Oh yeah, she tried to fucking kill Castile like 17 times. Like she's always like trying to stab him and shit. I love it so much. Where is it? There it is. You need to read this book. I know I like just like fucking ruin the shit out of it, but I didn't even
No,
touch on half of it.
you don't seem to, you really have never gotten the point that you can't ruin something for me because it just makes me want to read it more.
That's fair. Look at that photo. That sums it up.
Okay.
She is like a spitball of fire.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that that is I believe a Kindle case.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I love them so much. And then this is the three of them. So Kay is bound to Castile.
Uh-huh.
So like wherever he goes, Kay goes.
Gotcha.
1 second. And like the
Mm-hmm.
banter between Poppy and him is so funny. I love that books have fan art. Cause like
Yeah.
it makes me so happy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wish that was this thing when we were younger.
I know.
Ugh.
I just love them. Okay, they're on like M and Creon tier relationship for me. Like I'm not
Ah,
like I mean Castiel's a babe, but like I want to protect them at all costs, you know.
yeah,
Sorry, my headphones
you're
fucking fell
fine.
out. But
You're
yeah,
fine.
that's what I've been reading.
Yeah, yeah. No, it sounds really good. It sounds good. I actually, I really, really wanted to work on my book, um, journal,
Yes,
um, and get it started. Um, because I want to get my TBR, because my TBR is almost going to be in order. Because, but except for the prequel. See, I was gonna do the prequel of the Fae Isles before I started the books. But with my experience with Six Scorched Roses, I am not a bitch who reads prequels before the actual book.
exactly.
I like it after because I already know the world that I'm jumping into.
Yep.
Also, I was gonna say, why did I turn off my Kindle? I don't think I did. Um, go back. Also these titles I will never ever remember. I hope you know. Like, I will refer to them as book 1, book 2 because
That's fine.
for some reason, they're good titles too. They're catchy. My brain don't like them. My brain don't hold on to shit. It's more than 2 words? Oh, out the door. Um, what was I gonna look up? Oh, I was gonna look up the prequel so I could see what character we were following. Um, oh yeah, mom got a Kindle Unlimited subscription.
Yay.
And she's down she's well, she has a lot of free time right now. She's also written off the schedule at work. They gave her like basically like family leave, I guess,
Mhm.
medical leave, I think. Anyways, but she's like literally off for the rest of the month. Um and so she's been reading a lot. And she's like, "So how many books can you have?" I was like, "It's
20.
20." It's 20. And I was like, "But my problem is my library keeps filling up because I like the books too much to return them."
Oh yeah, see, I buy them after I read them if I like them a
I
lot.
I I don't have enough money to buy them
I
all.
know.
It's so frustrating. Oh, okay. Heart of Silk and Shadow. I wanted to know who is mentioned. It's a name. It's only 217 pages. You know, like about 18 of those pages is just like dedications and shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you read it?
No.
Did you read the descriptor?
No, I don't think I
Do you
did.
hear the descriptor?
Sure.
Okay, so stealing from a Fey Lord is a desperate plan. As a human servant of the Crimson Court, Allie knows better than to anger the Fey. Cunning and politics are her tools of survival. But when an unwanted suitor threatens her younger sister, Allie can think of only one way to protect her family: steal from the Fey.
I already know who it is.
Who is it?
I'm not spoiling it for you.
Okay.
Okay, so Allie.
Um, uh-huh.
Okay.
And then Agenor?
Know who he is too.
uh, Lord Protector of the Fey Isles and right hand of the Mother herself, doesn't expect anything to still surprise him after 12 centuries of life. Finding a taunting note from an anonymous thief in his wardrobe is enough to rouse his curiosity, though, enough to do the unthinkable: right back. Then he finds out he's been exchanging letters with a human challenging him to his face. A simple bargain is. I heard the
Mm-hmm.
uh a simple bargain is supposed to teach her a lesson, but the harder he tries to put her in her place, the harder she defies him. Soon their game sparks an unexpected romance, but will even love be enough when their loyalties collide?
I'm not spoiling it for you.
Okay,
But I have to read it because I know those two.
do it. Do it. Um, God. See, I'm gonna be the one that's always telling you, read the novellas, read the
I
novellas.
know.
But no, yeah. I need to just like allow myself to just buy them. It's not like I can't. Okay, realistically, can I afford to buy literally all the books I have read so far digitally? Yes. It's just I am so tight with my money that I don't let myself do it.
Well, I mean, you can always create like a wish list that are like books you've read so you like never lose them.
Yeah, that's true.
If you wanted to like get something else.
Return.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, excuse me. But yeah. Um, I'm really excited to continue reading. It's just right now,
I'm
my
excited
brain.
for you.
I've been so tired. It's really just tired.
Weird quick question.
I love weird questions.
What arm are you getting yours on?
I don't know.
Because
I've
whatever
been thinking,
arm you're getting yours on, I'm getting it the opposite.
got you. I haven't thought about it. Well, I've been thinking about it. I just don't know.
Left or right?
I don't, I can't just think like that. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I see both arms. Like, it's like, I can't really think about, like, do you normally, like, when we barely see each other, do you normally stand on my right side or my left side? Like,
That's fair.
I feel like you're always on my, I think most people are on my right, which is probably because, well, it's the weird side. My right side's the weird side.
I'm trying to remember.
I feel like there's a picture of us from my birthday 2 years ago. Let's see. Let me
I was
check.
on your right.
On my right.
Yeah. Both photos we've taken recently have been on your right.
Okay. Okay. So I guess my right, your left, or
Yep. Okay.
okay. Okay. Oh, do you want to explain that whole
Oh, yeah. Okay.
a little bit more, a little bit more?
So we finally decided what we're getting.
Yay.
We're getting a dagger that is pierced through a rose
Uh-huh.
on our forearms.
Yes.
Um, I shouldn't have told you the price, but you were gonna find out after we did it anyway.
I know, but
So that's why I just told you.
yeah.
The girl we wanted to go with is booked or off, but
Mhm.
we're doing another guy named Brett. He does like traditional style, and it's
Mhm.
like kind of like the same thing that we're getting, so it's totally fine.
Yeah, it's like really close.
Um, I put down the deposit. It's happening on her birthday at 10 a.m.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Let's sit in the tattoo parlor for almost 4 hours.
Right?
um, I am gonna go first because it's gonna take about an hour for the numbing cream to set for you.
Yeah.
Um, which I prefer to go first, not because I want to. You know what I mean? But it's like
Yeah.
just to show you.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm super super excited. His work's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked obviously. I wasn't going
Um,
in
it's gonna be
without knowing.
6 inches,
Yeah, I'm a
so
little.
like our whole forearm.
Well, you know what? I was talking to Kylie
Hmm.
because Kylie just got two tattoos done in like within 4 days of each
She
other.
sounds like me.
Yeah, all black and white, by the way, like or just black, like line work.
Okay,
Doesn't do color or anything. She got a scorpion
okay.
this week, and then oh my god, she was just talking because the one she got like yesterday or day before last, she got a spider with a whole ass web on her elbow.
Ow!
And she's like, you know what? I've never ever cried. A little. She got one on her neck. She got birds on her neck in Tennessee. She's like, cried a little bit during that one, teared up because like awkward angle. 4 hours or whatever, it gets, uncomfortable. I teared up a little. She's like, I almost bitched out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, it looks like it fucking hurts, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I
my
could not.
God.
I could not
Like, it looks
imagine.
cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's badass, but I would die. I'm like, I'm not that stupid.
That's why we're doing the numbing cream for you. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a tattoo there, but I'm going to assume it's gonna be a little tickly, you know?
Well, Kylie's first tattoo was a forearm, about probably around the same size we're getting.
Hmm.
And it was a rose. It was actually like two roses
Really?
on top of each. Yes, two roses on top of each other, and then she added a snake later.
I love it.
And she also got her hand, the top of her hand done.
Ooh, okay.
She has a Medusa.
I love that. I can't wait to meet her.
I know. I know. Um Unfortunately, it is because of the reason why people get Medusa tattoos.
Yeah.
But it's a gorgeous piece. I love it. And it was actually it's so why am I so because I made things awkward. No, because I've talked about this. I'm a touchy-feely person. I don't really think about it.
Yeah.
And we're talking tattoos. And she's showing me her Medusa because it is showing wear and tear because it's a hand tattoo.
Yeah.
It shows wear and tear a lot quicker. And I'm like, I grab her hand and I'm like twisting her hand around. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry." Like, "I'm sorry." Like I just grabbed and she's like, "If I didn't want you to have touch me, I wouldn't let you." And I was like, "Okay." Like, "Sorry, didn't mean to just like grab your hand." Like, didn't mean to just like grab. But
Yeah,
no.
we're not just getting line work, we're getting color.
Yeah, we're getting color.
And that's the thing I don't do well with. So
Great. 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 And see, Cody said that's apparently a woman versus man thing because he cannot stand line work,
yeah,
but
I don't
color
mind
is
line
fine.
work.
Yeah, he can't stand line yeah. Color's fine, line work's bad for him. Um because with his last tattoo, which was the skull with the floral
Yeah.
like in the socket, um his artist was doing the white highlight.
Hmm.
And he was like, I swear to God, at that point, I was like, bitch, I don't even care if it looks pretty. Just stop.
We're done.
We're done. And I'm like, really? Because I'm like, this boy sat through straight 6 hours for Dad's memorial tattoo. His artist took a break before he did. Like, that's how Cody is with tattoos.
I'm going to tell you something. So we're gonna get second skin,
Uh huh.
and you leave it on for 5 days. When you are peeling it off, it hurts like a fucking bitch.
Uh huh.
So what
Yeah.
you're gonna want to do is it's probably gonna be a shower thing. Just have
Yeah.
hot water running on it, and it peels off nicer.
Yeah.
Like the one on my thigh, my puppy cat, I did it raw. Like I just fucking it
Oh God.
hurt so bad.
Oh God.
Like
Like it's so it's so dumb because like I literally told Kylie, I was like, I'm fine until I start thinking about it. Like I know I'll be fine. Like I know instinctually because it's like with everything about me. I am not okay up until the moment I'm doing the thing, and afterwards I'm completely fine and usually like laughing or cringing about how upset I was or nervous that I was. Like I
yeah.
know how I am. And I'm like, but also, and I know this is like also kind of like a little cringe, but like paying closer attention to customers now, looking at their tattoos. Like I'm finding myself looking at people's tattoos more often.
I can't
I
wait.
I, I don't know. Like I showed mom the design and she's like, "That's what you're," and I was like, I should have never showed her.
Everybody I've shown loves it.
I didn't show Cody Odie, damn it. I was supposed to show him.
Yeah, everybody I've shown is like that's really fucking pretty.
Yeah. And Cody didn't give an opinion because he loves to play devil's advocate and not give any opinion whatsoever.
Well, your first tattoo is not a rose only. Like it's a rose and a
Not only.
dagger.
Oh, he was like, is this from one of those smutty books of yours? And I was
No,
like, no, no,
not at all.
not at all. Even if it was, so what? Let me be
Can't wait for
happy.
him to see my "there she is" tattoo.
It's like, you want to see the smut tattoo? This bad boy. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. Like, I know it'll be fine. It'll be an experience. Hell, I probably will just be like everybody else and be like, yes, tattoos forever. But until then, I'm like, oh God, what did I do? Who am I? As if I haven't literally been thinking about getting a tattoo since I was 18 years old. I once wanted a monarch butterfly on my ribs, so let's be real. Like
Yeah,
it's yeah. So
I'm sorry. My
um
cat is driving me insane. He's just been meowing at my fucking door.
you're okay. Um what was I going to say? I hear him now.
Yeah, he's driving me fucking crazy.
Um I am I have words. They're there. Um I am and I don't want to sound like I'm not excited because
Mhm.
I'm absolutely ecstatic for you to come up here. You literally have no idea. Like, it's just like with everything going on. But like Cody Odie made a really good point about this because I was telling him, obviously, he keeps up with grandpa. Um, I was like, it's just like it's really frustrating because like I've been wanting her to come up for so long and now there's like this underlying like shit going on. He's like, you're gonna want her there regardless of what's going on.
Mhm.
Like regardless if something's happened, regardless if things are happening, or regardless if he's, stable for a while, you're gonna want her up here. And he's like, don't try to cancel. This was before like you were like, up, tattoo appointment made. You can't get rid of me now.
Yeah, literally.
um, like he was like, don't try to cancel it because I know what you're thinking. And he's like, you're gonna want her there regardless. And I was like, I know that you're right. It's just like I always think of others, and that's part of my problem of why I am the way I am. Because
I
realistically,
wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
don't make me cry.
I'm not trying to, but I'm just saying.
I'm crying.
Even if like it's only for 3 days, like if something does happen,
Yeah,
like
I know.
we're still getting our tattoo though.
I know. I know.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you
No,
cry.
no, no, it's just with everything going on. Like, no, it's just like it's so like I always reiterate 50,000 times, but like you truly are the first person I think of about everything. Like
Oh,
like when everything's going on, like you're the first person I'm like I need to contact Amy, let her know what's going on. And
I fucking love
like
you.
I love you too. I love you probably more than you'll ever realize.
Those are fighting words.
Fighting words.
They'll fight you.
You'll be here for long. You can punch me straight in the face before you know it.
I'm like honestly hoping it doesn't happen while I'm there, obviously, because like
Right.
it's supposed to be
Yeah.
about you. It's your birthday.
I know. And I mean, it's so up in the air and I know they can't give you obviously this is the exact day that this is going to happen. I
Yeah.
That's not how life works. I understand that. But it's like I wish we could just get a timeline, like if like even a slight timeline. I guess, like, realistically, I know, like, if he's going to refuse to eat, it's not gonna be long.
Yeah,
It's
unfortunately.
not even refusing. It's not refusing. It's just like you can't make somebody who's not hungry eat.
No.
You can't do it. And my mom, bless her, and I get it cuz like when you're thinking about like a healthy person, like no, you don't want them to starve to death, but he's not starving. Like that's not there is no hunger cues anymore. That's the thing. It's not starving like you would think of a healthy person.
Mhm.
And like I don't know how to say that without like being too blunt. Like it's it's one of the frustrating things that I'm going through right now because it's like I absorb too much knowledge and I know a lot about things that I wish I didn't know about. And it's like, I don't know. Like I just keep waiting for the day where it's like, oh, he's like really energetic today. And I'm like, well, that's not the good sign you think it is. Like, and like,
It's it's always
yeah.
hard because they have like that burst of energy, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like,
Yep. Yep. Not always. It's not like a guaranteed thing, but a
no,
majority of
my
people,
mom
like
definitely didn't.
yeah, my grandma didn't either. Like, no. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's it it's unfortunately just the way it is. It's life. It's what we were expecting since January,
Yeah,
and
unfortunately.
unfortunately, and I don't know, like I of course wish he could just make it to his next birthday. Of course. Like just one more birthday, but like that's completely unrealistic and I know that cuz that's all the way in July, folks.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't it's hard cuz it doesn't seem like he's, suffering. It's easier, I guess, probably in your head when they're like miserable and there's no quality of life, but it's like he's still with it. His brain's still working. And that's what the hard thing is. It's his body
Mhm.
that's giving up. And that's what's making it harder. It's just a shit situation. 100% all the way around.
Oh, absolutely.
And Zoe, baby, come here. Hi, love. Um, I think she's missing mama a little bit.
Probably.
Well, they always sleep right next to each other. Zoe sleeps on mom's hip,
Aw.
so I think she's been missing mama a little bit. She's been sleeping at the edge of my bed, which she never does because this dog hates my existence. Zoe hates my existence. And I'm warning you right now, neither one are going to seem particularly friendly,
That's
probably,
okay.
until probably the very end of your trip, and they'll be all of a sudden like, oh, this person's okay.
It's to be expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna smell like my dogs and my
You're
cat, you
also gonna
know?
smell like your dogs and your cat. Yep. But yeah, I gotta like figure things out because regardless of everything going on, I do still want to like do a couple fun things
Hmm.
while you're here other than the tattoo. Like I have to find a recipe for honey cakes. I know I want to do honey cakes. I know that I want to make honey cakes. I also have to order the PJs if they're still available. They didn't have the a second pair when I went to Walmart like 2 weeks ago, or I
That's
would have
okay.
gotten them ago. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I
I,
I know we make the most of everything. We always do.
dude, we could literally just sit on your bed and talk the whole fucking time and I'd be
Yeah,
fine.
I know. I know. Me and my tiny little twin size bed.
Yeah. Which is gonna make fucking recording when I'm there fun.
Oh, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. gonna be fun. All
Alright, my love, are you ready to wrap it
right.
up?
Yeah, I'm ready. Alrighty, guys. As always, I am Firefly, aka Autumn,
I am Moxie, aka Amy.
and this has been the Nerdy Archives. Be safe out there, guys. It's a crazy world.
Hi, I'm the crazy.
Beware.
Bye.
Bye.